Hey, good morning. It's Mark here. It's another morning rant. All right, yeah, time on deck. 4:38. I saw this report last night, and I wanted to do it last night, but I was like, no, I'm gonna let it ride. You know what? You know what? Let's get to before I get to my main story. Let's focus on some lividity right now. All right, let's have a little fun. Does any of you guys know Farron Hamlin? Farron Hamlin. He's a congressman in Virginia, a state. Let's see, what is he? He's a councilman. Warsaw. He's a councilman from Warsaw. And he is in trouble right now because he went to a party. Let's see. He went to a recent party. This is not a long time ago. This is not Governor Ivy in her blackface in the 50s and 60s. No. This is recent. Your boy went to a Halloween party like this. Now, yeah. Now, this is who he is emulating. Hey, salute to Randy Watson. But yeah, this guy went to, and look, I have no problem with him dressing up as Randy Watson. Actually, I think he looks just like him. But there's a problem with this photo. And the problem with this photo is this is a white man. Okay? He looks just like him. This is a white man. And he is dressed up in blackface. I thought they had a picture of him here, but let's see. This is him right here in the green shirt and the gray shirt. I'm not sure if that's him right there, but this is Farron Hamlin, and he went dressed up as good old Randy Watson. Okay, and this is a tweet. Let's see, he tried to defend it. He tried to defend it and thought that, whether or not this is racist or not, he didn't think it was. Some people may ask in 2021 if my favorite singer was Michael Jackson, if my skin is white, is that always unacceptable? What the Yes, it almost is, unfortunately. And I don't think you can pay tribute and go from house to house for Halloween dressed as Beyonce without blackening your face. Oh my God, because that's her skin color. That's not her distinguishing feature, right? It's really not. Oh my God. So okay, he's trying to defend. Should I dress up? Should I dress up as? If I dress up as Beyonce, if I dress up as Michael Jackson, just contrary to what most people believe, Michael Jackson did have vitiligo. Vitiligo is a loss of pigmentation in the skin. Now, I think, and I'm not sure about this, but I think Michael Jackson, I'm not sure how severe it was, but I think he aided the process by saying, hey, if my skin is going to be white in some places, let's just go ahead and make everything white. Now, did he do his whole body? Not sure. I don't know. But the autopsy concluded, when he passed away, the autopsy concluded that he did have vitiligo. Most people didn't believe him. But this guy has the audacity in 2021, or in recent years, not the 50s, not the 40s, not the 30s. He has the audacity to walk around in blackface and defend it. And defend it. Now, if you don't understand blackface, that's what I'm here for. Jim Crow was a famous a white man. This guy here. This is a white guy. Thomas Rice. Here he is. I'm sorry. Thomas D. Rice. This guy, his name is Thomas Dartmouth Daddy Rice. He made blackface famous. He would go around singing a song called Jump Jim Crow. And this is him as the title character, Jim Crow. So he blackened his face, you know, and during minstrel shows, and these are like musical shows, during minstrel shows, when they wanted to see a black character, black folk couldn't get the job. So what they would do is they would put on blackface and pretend to be black, and they would shuck and jive. If a black person was in the skit, they would still darken their face, because according to some highly credible sources in my purview, salute to Dr. Richie, indisputable, check him out, the Young Turks channel, but they would darken their face because they didn't want to see the black man's original face coloring. So they got this song called Jump Jim Crow, and so Jim Crow became the name for black folk. We would sit in the crow's nest up at the top. So we would have to pay in the front, go in the back, go up to the top. So you think, okay, I got a great seat, I'm up at the top. But no, the seats in the front, the seats in the middle, the seats on the lower level, they may be considered the best seats in the house or whatever, but black folk couldn't sit down there. They had to sit in the quote-unquote crow's nest. So around 1859, when Plessy versus, it was Dred Scott. When they told Dred Scott that he was not a human, that set off a chain of events to where after the Civil War, they came out with what we determine as Jim Crow laws. So black folk were Jim Crow, and the darkening your face was a part of it. So Tom and Jerry, when I guess they had an anniversary series where Whoopi Goldberg had to go and explain some things in Tom and Jerry, and some of the old imagery that you saw on Tom and Jerry, and this is one of them. This is a character of blackface. Whenever you see a character that got blown up in the face and their faces look like this, they're joking about blackface. I'm gonna show you Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is a caricature of blackface. The quote-unquote blackface, white gloves, that was Jim Crow. That was a caricature of black folk. So don't get it twisted, people. The reason why I'm gonna stop it right there, because this guy don't understand the history of white folk dressing as black folk, and this is just a big no-no. You do not do this. It doesn't matter what you may say to defend it. It's not right. So I'm gonna dismiss that one, and we're gonna get to something else that's even more tragic. Tucker Carlson is doing. Fox News is going off the deep end now. They're catering to, and again, this is why so many people get upset with media, and because this can warp the minds of certain people because the imagery is there. what's the comedian's name? Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin says that there's a reason why, on one of his comedy specials, there's a reason why they call it television programming. You know, and he said, you know, of course he said reading, everybody know reading is fundamental, but he put it like reading is fundamental, fun to mental. Let's take a look at a video. They're coming out with the program. Tucker Carlson and Fox News is coming out with a program on November 1st, and I want you to see this because it's coming out in the next couple of days. You can't. You're not gonna believe it.
The domestic war on terror is here, is coming after half of the country.
The helicopters have left Afghanistan, and now they've landed here at home.
And the left is hunting the right, sticking them in Guantanamo Bay for American citizens, leaving them there to rot.
We are dealing with an insurgency in the United States.
Terrorism from white supremacy is the most lethal threat to the homeland.
I've been told that I'm a white nationalist. Me.
FBI, put all your hands up.
They've begun to fight a new enemy in a new war on terror.
Not Al-Qaeda, white supremacists.
False flags have happened in this country. One of which may have been January 6th.
His truth is marching on.
Now let's break this thing down. This is amazing. This is freaking amazing. Let's break this down. He is saying he is catering to the white supremacists of this country. He is saying that Joe Biden and the Democrats and their socialist agenda, they're coming after patriots in America. They're saying that Donald Trump's voters, they're saying that half of the country are coming after, the Democrats are coming after them. That those people were patriots, that those people who stormed the Capitol on January 6th, they were insurrectionists. But he said that those were patriots, and that the government is coming after you. They're sending you down to Gitmo. They're waterboarding you, and they're saying that January 6th was a false flag operation. So he, in the same video, he supports the January 6th riot, but then he goes against it and said it's not true. So let's go. The true story behind January 6th. So they put Ashley Babbitt getting shot. They put her on here because they know she's a martyr. She's a martyr for this cause because she died supporting Donald Trump. Even though I support what this guy did, I think that every cop that was there, all they had to do was shoot one. Just like they shot Ashley Babbitt. All they had to do was shoot one. Nobody came through that damn door after she was shot. Everybody walked away. I saw a video on HBO, a documentary on HBO Max that had people in there crying, oh my God, they just shot someone. They just shot someone. Look at what you guys were doing. The rioters were crying because they heard that somebody got shot. And they said, oh, this is not a game. No, you can't. That's our house. I agree with you by saying that's our house. But you can't go in there. You can't go in there without certain parameters. I went there. It took me 6 months to get to the White House. I was investigated, me and my wife and my kids. So, and that's fine. It's my house. And there's certain security measures that need to be taken to protect that house. It's my house. And I went to see it. I went to the Capitol. I saw Ashley Babbitt deserved to have been shot. I agree with that. I think there should have been more shooting. I think at the gates, when they started throwing gates and pepper spraying and deer pissing on police officers, that all you had to do was shoot one. All you had to do was shoot one. Everybody would have dispersed. But anyway, they put that out there to show you that, look, they'll kill you too, but let's keep going. The plot against the people.
The domestic war on terror is here, is coming after.
Domestic war on terror. So he's admitting that he's trying to, what they just equated here, what I see is that he's saying domestic terrorism is a patriot cause. He's saying, and what I get from this is that the Patriot Purge, which is what they're trying to scare you with. You remember those Purge movies? They're trying to scare you with the Purge. So they're calling it Patriot Purge and saying that the people that were there on January 6th were patriots. But then they go further to say that it was a false flag. Watch. But anyway, they're saying that the Patriot Purge, the domestic terrorism is from American patriots, and that they have a right to do what they're doing, but the government is coming after you.
Half of the country.
The helicopters have left Afghanistan, and now they've landed here at home.
And the left is hunting the right.
Oh, look, yeah.
Sticking them in Guantanamo Bay.
So they took, now this is not an actual video of someone from in Guantanamo Bay getting waterboarded. This is just a depiction of what waterboarding is. But they're equating waterboarding with the Patriot Purge. They're saying that they are sending, this guy is saying that they are sending patriots, Americans, to Guantanamo Bay. There are no reports. And of course you're going to say the counter to that is, well, they're not going to report this in the news. There are no reports of Americans being sent to Guantanamo Bay and getting waterboarded. None.
For American citizens, leaving them there to rot.
We are dealing with an insurgency.
So now you got white man in the woods. What is this? Now, I'm not saying these two guys are that, but I've seen a lot of documentaries in my day, and what this looks like to me, what this looks like to me is that white man in the woods are those counterterrorism guys. They're saying that those white supremacist guys that have their headquarters in the woods. I've seen a lot of racist documentaries where racist white supremacists train in the woods, just like this. And so this is what they're doing. And then they had the audacity to put in here. Imagery is everything. They had the audacity to put a thin blue line flag in this video. But you can go back to January 6th and watch those people beat police officers with American flags. Oh, but wait a minute. The people that were there were not Trump supporters.
Terrorism from white supremacy is the most lethal threat.
Okay. See what they just did? He's saying terrorism from... Wait, let's go back.
Terrorism from white supremacy is the most lethal threat to homeland.
He says terrorism, domestic terrorism is the most lethal threat to the American heartland. Look at what he did. They put January 6 people walking at the Capitol next to the 1920s march of the Ku Klux Klan when they were at their height, walking in D.C., marching in D.C. So the only way I can put that is he's saying that the people that were marching there were Klan members. Listen to this fool right here.
Told that I'm a white nationalist. Me.
This idiot was one of the guys that got together the January 6th rally. Him and I think one or two congressmen, they put together that rally on January 6th. Now, he is saying that, like, the belief is, the unbelief is, they're saying that I'm a white supremacist. Me. Because he's saying that, oh, I'm a black man. How can I be a white supremacist when I'm black? You can be a white supremacist as a black man. You could be a white supremacist as an Asian man. You can be a white supremacist. It's not about your skin color. It's what do you believe? If you believe that white people should be the supreme leaders of a certain country, or if you believe in white supremacy, whatever your definition may be, then you are a white supremacist. And this guy is a white supremacist. There have been people during slavery, after slavery, even today, where you have black people who will tell on people who are trying to escape. Give me a second. I got to sneeze. Excuse me. You have black people out there, or even during slave times, that would tell, "Hey, massa, they trying to run." In one of Sinbad's earlier jokes, you have black people that would help the slave catchers. Now, in some cases, they would do it against their will. Like if you go back to the Civil War, they had it to where black folk will go out and help fight for the Confederacy. But in some cases, not all, but in some cases, majority of the cases, it wasn't by volunteerism. They were made to do it. A lot of trenches that were dug in the South were dug by slaves. They tried to put slaves on the front line toward the end of the war. So he is saying that, hey, I can't be a white supremacist. I'm black. Yes, you can be a white supremacist.
FBI, put up your hands up.
They've begun to fight a new enemy in a new war on terror.
Not Al-Qaeda, white supremacy.
And they keep equating Al-Qaeda with these people in an effort to say this is how America sees you. And they keep putting Biden in there to say that white supremacy is on the chopping block. Tucker Carlson has been defending white supremacy for years now. And so now he's putting together this documentary to support that end.
False flags have happened in this country. One of which may have been January 6th.
So after all of that, they ended by saying that false flags have happened in America before, and January 6th was one of them. Now, he supported white supremacy and what some of those people did back in the day, only to end it with January 6th was a false flag operation. You can't make this shit up, people. This is Fox News. This is Tucker Carlson, Fox News. This is what Fox News is trying to do. They're trying to warp the minds of those that are already warped to get them to do something drastic again, to get them to get their congressman to change the laws again. I submit to you this. Someone noted, I can't remember where because I'm trying to cite my source. Someone noted that, it was Bill Maher. Bill Maher said that the World Trade Center was attacked twice, and it was attacked twice. The first time was in 1993. They used a bus. They tried to use a van to blow up the World Trade Center from the bottom. They put a van of explosives in the parking garage or whatever of one of the towers, and they blew it up. Go back and look it up. Now, what you don't know is that when they arrested the guys that did it, he said they'll be back. He said they'll be back. And we didn't pay attention to it. They came back. The second attack on the World Trade Center took those towers down. We have got to be careful about Trump and his supporters. Not all his supporters, but some of the extreme supporters. Because going inside the Capitol that day was the first time that they attacked. The second time is going to be worse. If we don't pay attention to what's going on, the second time is going to be worse. This is what's going on in America right now. These people are for real. The only way to defend this And it's gonna suck that I say this, but the only way to defend this is let Trump keep losing. You gotta keep voting. Let Trump keep losing. If he can't put the people in that he wants to be in, so when he runs, he can win. If he continues to lose, then he's gonna be considered a loser. They will stop following him. He has got to stop winning. I'm reading again for the third time. I'm not say I'm reading because I don't.
The Social Democrats, after you.
Yeah, this is what I'm listening to again. I know it's kind of bright, but yeah, The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich by William Shirer. I'm listening to this audiobook again, The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, because guess what? As long as Adolf Hitler kept winning, he kept getting more supporters. I'm not likening Trump to Hitler. I'm not saying Trump is Hitler. I'm not saying the people that follow Trump is Hitler. I'm talking about the situation. As long as the Nazi Party, the German Socialist Workers' Party, as long as they kept winning, and in the 1920s they were losing, but they kept getting momentum. And in 1933, when he becomes chancellor, 32 or 33, as long as he kept winning, they kept supporting. We have got to stop Trump's supporters. And the only way you stop his supporters is you continue to let him lose. They got a video right now. They're making fun of Trump somewhere. I saw it on TikTok. This guy, they put a commercial of Donald Trump in Florida on Fox News to say, hey, Trump, why are you not going to Virginia? Why is that gubernatorial candidate on the Republican side not invited you to Virginia? Barack Obama went to Virginia. President Biden went to Virginia to support Terry McAuliffe. Why are you not going to support the GOP candidate? Because they don't want you there. Trump saw that video. It pissed him off. Now he's talking about going to Virginia, whether the guy invites him or not. So Virginia is a bellwether for what's going to happen. Trump has got to lose. He keeps losing, his support will dwindle. Or we're going to keep getting stuff like this, and who knows what's going to happen on the next January 6th. So I wanted to do this video last night. If you stayed the whole 30 minutes, look, I appreciate you guys for staying. All my followers, like, share, subscribe. Let a brother know you're out there. I see it. You're watching the videos. Just go ahead and click the other button just to subscribe. Salute to the other guy that just became a member on my Facebook page. I appreciate the support. And hey, it's Friday. You guys have a great one. I got a new plan. I got a new workout plan. Instead of me going every day like I normally would do, now I'm going Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. So today is the day I get back in the gym, murder myself in the gym, and then go to Waffle House. But yeah, so it's Friday. It's 5:06. You guys have a great weekend. Have a great day, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, I'm out. Y'all take care.